Yo. Hey, try. Yeah. Bless that baby. And let's end practice on that note. Are you, man? We've been whooping your ass.
What's good, everyone? This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And man, I try to tell you about some of these Jackson State football players. They're not playing around. Travis Hunter is just as advertised. He's a dog. He's a menace on that field. And the national media and some independent media try to take jabs at Travis Hunter. They try to overanalyze, but there's not too many corners that can have a one-handed pick. That was a one-handed pick. I don't know if you noticed that, but it was a one-handed pick. Football is life to this young man. And he's not just going to the SWAC to just be a good player. He wants to be the best DB in the country, bar none. These are the type of athletes Coach Prime is bringing in. He's not trying to bring in players that are not a part of change, that do not want change, that are all about themselves and not about the team, in doing something that has never been done before. You know what's interesting? Because I know a lot of folks complain about Coach Prime at times due to jealousy. I get it. But do you realize for Travis Hunter and Kevin Coleman Jr.'s recruiting pitch, you realize that there has been no reports of Coach Prime saying, oh, you're going to get the starting job. Not one time. They all know they have to earn it, and they're earning it right now. The message is the same with Coach Prime and Jackson State. If you ball, you start. And that's what they're doing. As for Dejon Nugget Warren, I know that he gave up those catches in practice, but that was 2 catches in a 2-hour practice session. There have been elite corners, whether it's college or the pros, that will give up multiple catches. And then when game time starts, they'll be shutting down the opposing receivers. No matter if it's Darrelle Revis, Coach Prime, Darryl Green, and many others. You're going to get caught on in practice. The receivers know your tendencies. They know the playbook. That's what it is in practice. But Dejon Nugget Warren has tested well in pro days. Jackson State, for those who do not know, Jackson State had a pro day, but they also tested underclassmen. It's been reported that Dejon Nugget-Warren ran in the low 4.3s, had a high vertical jump, and an excellent shuttle time. And the scouts are impressed with his skill set. I'm not worried about Dejon Nugget-Warren. I know he's going to ball out. And he will be, I repeat, he will be the best DB in the FCS. I don't need to look at film to know, or practice film, so-called. I don't need to look at that to know who's going to take their game to the next level. Dejon Nugget-Warren was that type of DB where SWAC teams were afraid to go at him. Not just SWAC teams, everybody was. And it's going to be the same thing next season. Shane Hooks had to make an incredible catch to even get the touchdown. If you look at the film, you couldn't defend it any better than that. Nugget was exactly where he should be. It's just the ball didn't go his way. But I'm excited to see Nugget really turn some heads and do his thing. For Shane Hooks, kudos to you. I don't know if you was watching film on Malachi Wyman all offseason, but keep it up. And I was hearing rumors how Shane Hooks is really improved. They were telling me messages like, bro, Shane Hooks, he's coming this season. And I was like, for real? Now I'm seeing some of these clips, and Shane Hooks does not look like the same wide receiver last year. He's a lot better. He has that fire in his eyes. He knows he has the height, the speed, the strength, the hops to do what Malachi does. Now, he probably doesn't have the athleticism 100% like Malachi, but he has some traits. Not a lot of wide receivers are as talented as Malachi Wyman, and that's okay. All Shane Hooks has to do is use his highs. When he was a receiver at Ohio, he had 800 yards. So there's proof where his talent can go. And if he keeps working hard, you never know. He may make the NFL. If he keeps balling like he's doing in camp. And lastly, I told you about Quay Davis. Months ago, I made a video saying Quay Davis is going to be the secret weapon. I compared him to another version of Dez Bryant. I said this before it was even popular. I showed, in that specific video, I showed highlights of Quay Davis playing for Skyline, jumping over people. Those practice highlights, you saw him just grab the ball over a defensive back in great position. He was doing that all year when he was playing at Skyline. Whether they played against DeSoto, Cedar Hill, it didn't matter. Whether he was at a 707 camp, he remained consistent and he was mossing folks. And people really thought that Jackson State was not going to be 1,000% better. There was people, you look in the message boards, oh, it may not be Jackson State's year now. That's what they were saying. But man, this team is leaps and bounds more talented than last season. It's not even close. Even the offensive line looks better. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to be the best in the SWAC. I got to still see some more progression. I think that belongs to Grambling and Southern. And you could put FAMU in some ways. But I like what I'm seeing. And it's just the beginning. This is Raw Truth Media giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Man, is it fall season yet, family? Is it fall season yet? I can't wait. And I'm out.